Let's face it, British men aren't always the best dressed, but are they smartening up? Let's go and speak to a man who knows. In this day when people can just go into the high street and pick up a suit, why do people still come here and get them tailored?
I mean, things have changed, and I think things are changing too fast in everything from this industry to the music industry to everything. Everything has become industrialised. You can't compete with them at all. But the only area where we can compete is making something individually, specifically for someone, to really high standards or to traditional standards.
What is the traditional dress for the British man these days? Do we even know anymore?
British traditional dress is worn the world over. That's why we don't have national costume. Everybody wears our national costume. Almost everything is derived from riding or military. This thing with waistcoats, the last button being undone when you're riding, and I think young men would always like to look as though they had a horse, or they just got off a horse. So you looked a bit more dashing if their waistcoat was unbuttoned. The horse is round the corner. No need to look, it is round there, you know. I was reading fairly recently, which mentions the best dressed men in England, the best dressed men in America. But 3 or 4 of the best dressed American men, I think those Cary Grant, Bob Hope, were English actually. So, but yeah, we just led the world by a huge distance.
Well, Charlie, you look very smart, very dapper at the moment. Thank you for letting me interrupt this just for a second. But come on, tell me, why in this day and age of all the shops on the high street are you here getting a tailored suit?
Purely for the reason that the quality is a lot better, I think. The fit that you get, yeah, it stands out. But it's the whole service, really, and making sure that it's going to be a garment for life unless I sort of enlarge in size.
So tell me, have you always been brought up like this? Was only recently, in recent years?
No, I mean my father's always had tailored suits made, and so yeah, I suppose that you sort of get it from your father. It is an enjoyable experience. Yeah, I've sort of been looking forward to actually getting my first fitting done.
We did lots of measuring next door with Charlie, and this is the sort of thing you'd make up someone like Charlie, a traditional morning suit?
Absolutely.
And how much of a difference do you notice when a man is wearing a tailored suit?
Well, it's just a lot more flattering to see something that fits someone's shoulders, that the seams aren't falling over the edge, and so it kind of emphasises the best parts about the body. So if someone is nice and trim, it looks a lot better. If something's smart, it's got to be fitted, it's got to look elegant.
OK, David, well, we're here now with these incredible waistcoats. They look fantastic.
This waistcoat's a particular favourite because when I got started making waistcoats, it was all silk waistcoats. And this is just the most beautiful colour. But a little detail here, which is missing from most waistcoats, this neckband. A waistcoat that hasn't got a neckband is not really worth calling a waistcoat, but this has to be hand-finished all the way along here. And it has to be, there's only one way to do it, and that's beautifully. And I just love this particular silk. It's got a lovely, slightly faded, antique look to it.
Now, looking around the shop, some people would describe these suits as old-fashioned, but as we know these days, things move on so fast. Is old-fashioned now back in fashion?
You know, I always say fashion is just landfill. I mean, you buy fashionable things and throw them away. The things that you buy here, you could walk down the street in Victorian times in this jacket and nobody would bat an eyelid. It's just classic but stylish. I mean, style's forever. If you're going to look good, you'll always look good.
How important is it, though, for your customers to walk away feeling they have something unique and individual?
Yeah, my customers, I think, are quite special people, really. People with taste, style, the people you'd have around your dinner table.
So, if old-fashioned is becoming fashionable again, maybe there is hope for the British man.